I need to make sure that I put all my zeros until the decimal. So that's what I did right there. So my new number, I'm going to write it down. I have 1, 4, whoops, that was sloppy. 1, 4, 5, 6, 0, 0, 0. So right here I have 1,456,000. That's a big number. Okay, the next number I have here is 14,560. I'm going to make sure that I draw lines for every single one of them, and I am multiplying. So that means that my number is going to get larger, okay? And how many times am I moving over? 3 times. So I'm moving over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 4, 5, 6, 0, 0, 0, 0. So my new number at 1, 4, 5, 6, 0, 0, 0, 0. So my new number is 14,560,000. Okay. Now, for the bottom right here, it says, explain how you decided on the number of zeros in the products for A, B, and C. Product again means the answer to a multiplication problem. I knew how many zeros I needed because times 10 times 100 or times 1000 tells me how many times I needed to move to the left of each digit. An example, EX means example. 360 times 10 is equal to 3,600. Now I'm going to teach you a little trick right here. We have 360 times 10. How many zeros do you see? 2 zeros. Okay? So when you multiply 36 times 1, you get 36, and then you add the 2 zeros at the end. That's a shortcut when you're multiplying those numbers, just so you know. Okay, the next page, this is page number, or problem number 3. It asks you again to find the quotients. And remember I told you before, yesterday, it said that quotient means the answer to a division problem. Answer to a division problem. Okay, so I'm going to be solving division problems because these are all quotients right here. So the first one we have here is 16.5, okay? I'm going to make sure they have their own place values, and for this one I'm dividing, so my numbers are going to get smaller. Okay, so I have divided by 10. That means that my number is going to move 1 time because there's only 1 0. So I'm going to move the 1 over and add all of my other numbers. I have 1. Don't forget to put your decimal. The decimal never moves. It stays at the same place. And then I'm going to put my 6 and my 5. So my new answer is 1 and 65 hundredths. Okay? Now, let's do problem B. For problem B, I have 16.5 divided by 100. So this is also dividing, so that means my number is going to move to the right. How many times? 2 times because there are 2 zeros. So I'm going to move to the right 2 times. 1, 2. Add 1, 6, oops. That's where decimal is supposed to go. I have 1, 6, 5. So my new answer is going to be 0 and 165 thousandths. 165,000. Oh, I just realized something. I'm supposed to move it over 2 times. So let me make sure I do that. I move my 1 over. 1, 2. Okay? And then my 6, same thing. 1, 2. My 5, 1, 2. So 0.165. Okay? Now problem C. Explain how you decided where to place the decimal in the quotients. Remember quotient, answer to a division problem. Division. For division, the number of zeros tells you how many columns to move to the right. Multiplication, number of zeros tells us how many columns to move to the left. Okay? So problem number 4. I'll give you an example. Ted says that 3/10 multiplied by 100 equals 300 thousandths. Is he correct? Use a place value chart to explain your answer. So 3/10, this is how you read 3/10. The 3 is in the tens place, okay? You see that? The 3 is in the tens place. T-H-S, tenths. Multiplied by 100 equals to 300,000. So we're going to multiply these numbers together and see if it actually equals to 300,000, okay? So if I have 3/10 and I'm multiplying times 100, that means that I'm moving my 3 over 2 times because there are 2 zeros. So I move over 1, 2, and then add my zeros. So right here, I'm going to have 30, right? So my answer is equal to 30. Now, because 0.3 times 100 is equal to 30. Now, they want to ask me, is that equal to 300 tenths? No, it's not equal to 300 tenths. Because what would 300 tenths equal to? 300 tenths, I would put my 3 right here and then add my 2 other zeros, right? It would be 0.300. So that would be 300 tenths. This is not 300 tenths. This is 30. Right? We figured that out, that it is equal to 30. So we are going to say he is not correct, or incorrect, actually. He is incorrect because the answer is 30. Okay? Now, next problem. Problem 5. Alaska has a land area of about 1,700,000 square kilometers. Florida has a land area 1/10 the size of Alaska. What is the land area of Florida? Explain how you found your answer. So, right here we have 1,700,000 square kilometers. I put the millions place right here, the 100,000, 10,000, 1,000, 110, and 1. Okay? Now they want you to divide. How do I know they want you to divide? Because when you are 1/10 of a size, that means you are smaller, okay? 1/10 of the size of something is smaller. So right here, you're going to divide. You're going to divide how many times? 1/10. That means you only move over once. So that means all my numbers are only going to move over one time. So my new number for Florida is right here. We have 170,000 for Florida, okay? And that's how you found your answer. So I'm going to write the explanation. I divided Alaska by 1/10 to find the size of Florida. Okay, and that is all for your homework for today. Excellent work, boys and girls.